the cheers. Welcome to another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. I'm Dave Brown here at ringside, joined today by Michael St. John. Thanks for filling in for me last week.
Really enjoyed it, Dave. It's good being here with you this time around.
Good to have you back. Who's on the show today?
Boy, we got a big card lined up. We have the USWA Unified Heavyweight Champion, the Snowman, will be in action. We also have the USWA World Tag Team Champions that will be defending their belts right here on television. I'm talking about Rex King and Joey Maggs, and a whole lot more. I mean, we've got an action-packed lineup today on Championship Wrestling.
Plenty of action coming up, including Brian Lee and Don Harris as a tag team. Many of you wrestling fans will remember both of them. Well, you'll see them here in our opening match when we come back and get this action underway in just a moment. Stay with me. Hey, here we are right here at ringside, and in the ring right now, a couple of new faces, Tim Dixon and Brian Starr. They are set to go against Brian Lee, primetime Brian Lee, and Don Harris, who should be headed this way just any time.
Dave, a little bit of background on Tim Dixon and Brian Starr out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and come here highly regarded. But they'll have a stern test today. Lee and Harris have made one heck of a tag team.
Well, here they come with a little assistance on their way up to the ring. What
do you think? Who looks better, me or the girl? Huh? I'm just about as good looking, don't you think?
No, I don't. There's no contest, Brian Lee. Who looks best? The young lady by far looks much better than you do. But climb on into the ring there. Let's get this tag team action underway. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun's going to be the referee. Some brief instructions to both teams. They've heard it all before. Let's see if Brian Lee and Don Harris pay attention to it. And here we go. One at a time, please, the referee says to start. They both started over to the corner there.
Sort of hard keeping your eye on the ring with the distractions outside the ring, Dave.
That's true. Yeah, their valet has left the ring area. Now it's just Don Harris in there right now. Well, I tell you what, Tim Dixon and Brian Starr have their work cut out for them. These are not only a couple of tough veteran wrestlers, they are big. They don't carry an overabundance of weight, if you know what I mean, but they are tall and they are solidly built. Talking about Brian Lee and Don Harris.
Well proportioned, and their speed in the ring, the agility and speed of the ring of this tag team is very, very strong.
It's the kind of tag team that you can see as world champions. What we don't like to see is some of the tactics they're using. For instance, there's no reason for Brian Lee to pound it back in the corner. There's a boot to the face coming off of there. It's the bottom of the boot, and it's, believe it or not illegal.
Brian and Don will resort to just about anything it takes to win a match, and they like to take care of business quickly. I mean, they go right to work.
That's true, and it's unfortunate they'll resort to anything because, as we say, they could win a match. They're a talented team, but, well, we'll see what happens as things go along here. So far, the team from Indianapolis has had a long day, and they've only been wrestling about a minute or so.
Tag made in the corner. We'll see Brian Starr this time enter the ring, and boy, oh boy, that's not a very auspicious way to enter the ring.
Boy, you're absolutely right. Mr. Starr, welcome to Championship Wrestling, but what a tough way to come in here. Head into the turnbuckle, he bounces out of the corner, and right there, Mr. Harris picks him up, throws him through the ropes, down onto the floor.
Now we see the double teaming coming into being. Right here, Brian Lee dropping down to the floor. Look at that. Body slammed him right on the floor.
Brian Lee working on him unnecessarily outside while Don Harris was keeping the referee distracted across the way. Starr rolled back into the ring. Don Harris grabs him off the ropes with a clothesline. You know, that was half a clothesline and half a choke. He held on for a long time there. Didn't just pop him and let go. He almost rode down to the mat with him with that clothesline.
Starr's out on his feet. I mean, they are just no match for the team of Brian Lee and Don Harris.
This size is something else, and as you mentioned, the speed, you put them together, you've got yourself a tough tag team. There's a power slam. Not the best power slam I ever saw, but it didn't matter because it was effective, and that's the bottom line. Look at this, coming off the top rope. Brian Lee drops down on him. There's a cover, count of 1, 2, and it's over.
He got him. Brian Lee almost was in the lights that time coming off the top rope. So.
You're right. Off that top rope, and with the height he has, he just barely missed a couple of the lights up there. The time on it, 2 minutes, 23 seconds, and as you mentioned, They don't like to waste a lot of time. They just come in and take care of business. Oh, look at this. Brian Lee over to insult the Snowman. I don't know exactly what's being said. Can't hear from him. Oh, a little shoving match. Referee in between. We got a security guard in the neighborhood. You might want to keep him there.
Oh, that's
and, yeah, let's see.
Somebody out here to separate this.
Brian Lee and the Snowman. Kind of continuing an earlier disagreement. And now Jerry Calhoun, the referee's trying to step in between them. He's in between three of them. All right, here comes some more help. Mr. Coffey, Mr. Guy Coffey out with additional security, and we need to get that broken up. We don't need that going on here.
Dave, that's right there in the crowd. That could be very...
Yeah, we don't want that anywhere around the crowd over there at all. It's time, place for that's in the ring. Brian Lee picking up the referee. Snowman trying to fight past the security guard, too. And, yeah, hang on to Snowman.
Snowman's got a short fuse, Dave.
Yeah, well...
And I don't blame him in this case.
Especially with what's been going on with Brian Lee, too. And there's a challenge by Brian Lee. Snowman didn't back up an inch. I don't think we'll see him back up an inch. There he is, escorted back to his seat. You know, he sits in the audience over here before his scheduled match or interview of the day. And he does have a match schedule coming up, as a matter of fact. And why don't we...
He likes to be called a people's champion, and he sits with the people.
He sits with the people. We'll take a break. We'll be back, and we'll have that match with Snowman when we return.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling, Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum. 3 great main events, including a Texas death match with bunkhouse rules, all 4 men in the ring. Jerry the King Lawler and superstar Bill Dundee with Tessa take on Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, with the Dirty White Girl in their corner. Tessa and the White Girl both handcuffed to Tom Burton. Opening action, Wild Thing Scott Braddock takes on the Galaxian. You'll see the USWA tag title, Southern Rocker Rex King and Hotshot Joey Mag take on Don Harrison, Primetime Brian Lee. The $5,000 challenge match. Kowabunga, the Karate Turtle, meets the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord with Downtown Bruno. The USWA Southern Heavyweight title on the line. Jeff Jarrett against Hollywood John Tatum. And then that big Texas death match main event, Lawler and Dundee with Tessa against Gilbert and Anthony with Dirty White Girl. Tessa and White Girl both handcuffed to Tom Burton. Wednesday night in Evansville. And don't miss USWA Wrestling coming to Cadiz, Kentucky, Thursday, August 23rd. Trigg County High School. We'll see you Wednesday night in Evansville.
Hollywood John Tatum. That's right, you're the Southern Heavyweight Champion. And I've got a match coming up against you this week. It means a whole lot. It means a whole lot more than just winning the Southern title. And yeah, that is a great belt to hold because there's been a lot of great champions. Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Jackie Fargo, the Greens, the list goes on and on and on. But John Tatum, when you're the Southern Heavyweight Champion, that means that you're one step away from the unified world heavyweight title. And John, I'm going to do everything I can to win that belt. I don't care if you want to wrestle, I'll wrestle you. If you want to fight, I'll fight you. But I know one thing, my ultimate dream, climbing up the staircase of professional wrestling, is to be the world heavyweight champion. And in this match, I'm going to get one step closer. So Hollywood John Tatum, you better get ready, because I'm coming after that belt with everything I got, and that's a promise.
Hi, hey, here we are right here, ready to go with the next match. Snowman now making his way up to the ring. He's got that unified world championship belt slung over his shoulder, and he is not defending it today. This is a non-title match, but Snowman up there and looking to get himself a victory as he continues his championship reign. A lot of people surprised when Snowman won the belt, and I got to tell you, I was one of them. Here, coming into the ring right now, escorted by one of the USWA ring girls, is Dan Garza. Dan Garza, our first look at him. We don't know too much about him, but he is climbing in against the Snowman. I can tell you just by looking that Garza's given away considerable weight, and we also know that he's given away a lot of experience to the Snowman.
Snowman going right in after him, too, Dave. The Snowman knows exactly what you just said and going right to him with the fight.
Big power broad arm, follow it up with a clothesline, pick him up, maybe pulling a little hair. Snowman, oh, yelling and screaming at him. Snowman Snowman came ready to do battle today. Big right hand knocks Garza down to the mat. Dan Garza, our first look at him on USWA Championship Wrestling. My goodness gracious.
Could be it.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get up from that one. 3. He does not get up from it. The count is 3, and the Snowman, and can you believe this? 36 seconds has just won this match. Throws Garza into the ropes, rolls him out of the ring, and there he goes.
I think that little altercation earlier with the Snowman had him riled up for this match. And, of course, he took that fight right to Garza and made a short work of him.
I think you're exactly right. Brian Lee out here challenging the Snowman. I tell you what, Snowman, come on over for an interview. After, I know it didn't take too long, but catch your breath just for a minute. I want to show everyone some videotape, Michael, from what happened in Memphis, Tennessee at the Mid-South Coliseum involving the Snowman and Brian Lee. Then we'll talk to Snowman when we come back. Take a look.
Man, the unified world champ trying hard in there to hang on to it. Snowman was just tripped by Don Harris, who has just come out to ringside. Brian Lee was in trouble. He went to the back, said, "Come on, Don, come out there, give me some help." Frank Morrell saying, "What are you doing out here, guy?" He's out here to help. Double team Snowman. Brian Lee putting the big boots to the back of the world. A unified heavyweight champion. And it looked like Snowman had things well under control until Don Harris got involved. Prime time fires Snowman off. Snowman ducks the clothesline. Snowman catches him with a right. Puts Prime time down to his knees now. The world champion looking really good in there against Prime Time, but look at this. Don Harris gets up on the ring apron, starts working over the Snowman. Referee Frank Morrell calling for the bell to be rung. As now they're in here double teaming. Prime Time, Brian Lee and Don Harris are in here going after the world champ. They fire him off into the rope, double clothesline, and here comes Jeff Jarrett.
Well, there it was right there. You were being double-teamed throughout all of that, but Jeff Jarrett comes in to help out.
You know, everybody's coming at this belt, and they're coming in 2s, 3s. But, you know, I still kind of feel shaky about the USWA until I spotted Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett come in and gave me a big hand. I can't believe it, so I want to thank him for all his moral support coming to the rescue. But this guy, I can't believe he would go to the dressing room and get someone else. He come out here in the crowd, I'm the people champion, messing with me.
You see what I'm saying, Dave Brown?
Come on now. You
understand what I'm saying right now?
I do. This is not your time.
It is. Hey, Dave Brown, how come when he has someone jump in the ring like Jeff Jarrett, he's out here laughing and putting it over, isn't he? My brother helps me out because Jeff hits the ring and all these idiots out here saw what happened. 2-on-1, Dave. You saw it. 2-on-1.
Yeah, it was you two against him. We saw what happened on the video.
Jeff Jarrett and him against myself. Now, any day this punk wants to get in the ring 1-on-1 and put the title on the line, we'll do it.
What did you say, brother?
He said anytime you want to get on the ring 1-on-1 and put the title on the line,
Anytime
he'll
you
do
want
it.
to get on the
Wait a minute.
Now, look. You want to talk?
You won't tell me
What you guys better do is better head for the border, Louise. That's what you look like to me.
Huh? Hold up.
Better head for the border. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. It's all right. This week, punk, I got your number. And let me tell you something, boy, you better get your bunk bed and keep it with you. I'm going to put you to sleep, punk. This week.
You see it? It's Jeff Jarrett or it's a chair. You be in the ring Monday, punk, I'll kick your butt.
Ain't nothing you going to kick. That's all right, brother. I got it together right in USWA, punk.
Brian Lee, Don Harris finally getting out of here. Snowman, I'm sorry they came out and interfered. We'll be back with more USWA action in just a moment.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling, Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum. 3 great main events, including a Texas death match with bunkhouse rules, all 4 men in the ring. Jerry the King Lawler and superstar Bill Dundee with Tessa take on Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, with the Dirty White Girl in their corner. Tessa and the White Girl both handcuffed to Tom Burton. Opening action, Wild Thing Scott Braddock takes on the Galaxian. You'll see the USWA Tag title, Southern Rocker Rex King and Hotshot Joey Mag take on Don Harris and Primetime Brian Lee. The $5,000 challenge match. Kowabunga, the Karate Turtle, meets the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord with Downtown Bruno. The USWA Southern Heavyweight title on the line. Jeff Jarrett against Hollywood John Tatum. And then that big Texas death match main event, Lawler and Dundee with Tessa against Gilbert and Anthony with Dirty White Girl. Tessa and White Girl both handcuffed to Tom Burton Wednesday night in Evansville. And don't miss USWA Wrestling coming to Cadiz, Kentucky Thursday, August 23rd. Trigg County High School. We'll see you Wednesday night in Evansville.
Last few weeks, we have seen baseball and softball bats used for, shall we say, other than their intended purpose around
Well, it's the
here.
right season, but it's not exactly being used in the right atmosphere. I'll tell you, when Jerry the King Lawler and Bill Dundee and Tony Anthony and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert all get after each other, goodness knows what can happen.
Boy, you're exactly right. And a few days ago, boy, there was one of the wildest matches you have ever seen. The bats came into play, and take a look at what happened.
Eddie Gilbert and the Dirty White Boys, Tony Anthony and Tom Burton.
Well, they got started fast in this Texas death match. We've seen Lawler and Dundee use those baseball bats before. Lawler sets White Boy into the rope and hits a home run right across his midsection. Lawler down for a cover. Count of 3, and this first ball is over. Lawler and Dundee in very quick fashion have won the first ball of this Texas death match, and Tessa and the Dirty White Girl have gotten into it already. Anthony's going to be in serious trouble. Lawler has him set for a DDT, delivers it, hammers his face down into the mat. Dundee comes down off the rope. Anthony in trouble in this second fall of this Texas death match.
He's picking him up, sends him straight up in the air, and just drives that head right down into the mat. Eddie Gilbert in, breaks the pin cover with an elbow to the back of the head of Lawler, but Dundee in here catches Gilbert, sends him outside on the apron.
Now Dirty White Boy fires away one on Lawler. Gilbert has one of the power cables here at ringside as it wrapped around Lawler's throat, trying to choke him.
Eddie Gilbert back up in there with Lawler, really working him over, working on that head injury.
Gilbert looking around the ring, climbing outside. He's got a wild look in his eyes. He's up to the top rope. Lawler in the center of the ring. And a fist drop from Gilbert. And he goes for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3. And this ball is over. Lawler trying to make his way back over. Gilbert stops him. Gilbert himself is bloody now at this point. This thing is quickly turning into a bloodbath.
Lawler trying hard now to hang on. Trying to hang tough in there. As Gilbert continues to work on that busted head of Lawler's. But Lawler reaching down deep inside now. Puts Gilbert off of his feet. Lawler really working him over. And the King with a tag on the superstar. Dundee coming in. Goes after both the Dirty White Boy and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Dundee going for the pin cover. 1, 2, 3.
Gilbert puts a pile driver on Dundee. Both men down, neither
not sure what they're going to do in this case. Calhoun says there's got to be a winner. The first man to his feet is going to win this match. I don't know if either of them can get up.
Both men in pretty bad shape. Referee Jerry Calhoun says the first man to his feet will win. There has to be a winner of the fall. The crowd, 110% behind the superstar. Dundee, halfway up. Tony Anthony back down, but the superstar makes it up to his feet. The winners of the match, Jerry the King Lawler and Bill Superstar Dundee.
Calhoun is unhandcuffing Tessa, and she's going to get to have a little payback on the dirty white girl. White girl is saying, please, somebody get me out of this. Here comes Tessa, and when you look at that look in her eye.
Tessa's already saying she's going to get a taste of what it was all about last week when the white girl humiliated Tessa. After the match, Dundee unhandcuffing the dirty white girl. He shoves her on up into the ring. Jerry Calhoun tells her she's going to have to get over there. Bill Dundee now with the white girl. Look at this. Dundee's got the cuffs now, putting them back on the white girl, and handcuffs her to the top rope where she can't get away. As Lawler and Dundee holds Gilbert and the white boy at bay. There goes Tessa. Starts ripping the dress right off the dirty white girl.
And here comes the dirty white boy. He's got Tessa by the hair. Slugs Dundee. Now white boy is holding Tessa. Gilbert's got the keys to the handcuffs. They're going to let dirty white girl loose. No, man, not this. We saw this last time. They'll do anything. Now they're handcuffing Tessa. Man, Dundee and Lawler need to stop this. Lawler up on Gilbert, and here goes dirty white girl right back on Tessa. Tessa, by all right, her team won this match. She shouldn't be having to undergo this humiliation again this week. And Gilbert and Anthony have Lawler and Dundee beaten in the center of the ring. White girl trying to rip Tessa's blouse off. And now Tony Anthony has the baseball bat. Man, somebody ought to stop these guys.
Look at this, the white boy just nailed Tom Burton. Lawler grabs the bat and goes after Gilbert. As the white girl and Tessa are still getting into it. Look at this. Lawler in there with that bat about to level the white girl. Tony Anthony in there saves her, just barely, as the action continues to be wild. Tony Anthony works Dundee over with that baseball bat. Jeff Jarrett in here, gonna lend a hand. Nails Tom Burton, gets him out of the ring.
Just incredible action of all different kinds there going on.
I mean, it's so hard for the camera even to follow it. It's going on all over the place.
Hey, what's coming in right here with two baseball bats in hand? The King himself headed this way. And not one, but two bats as he heads over in this direction. Go to pose. Somebody in the crowd here has a Jerry the King Lawler shirt on. Kind of matching set there with the shirts with the King. And there he comes with two bats.
Well, I got a couple of bats for a couple of reasons. We're going to be talking about some things that are going to be coming up. One, of course, this is going to be this big return. Now, this is a return match. I don't know if you've told the people all the stipulations. There are a little bit different stipulations this week on this match. But I wish that Bill Dundee and Tessa were here today so that they could tell you about this match themselves. but you know, they're in Texas again. But they did send a videotape interview, and I want to go ahead, if you would, go ahead and play this interview and listen to Tessa, because she's got a few things that she wanted to get across to the dirty white girl. And then I got some other things I'd like to say too.
Here's that tape.
Oh man, Tony Anthony and the dirty white boys, and Eddie Gilbert, and you little dirty white girl. Oh, I'm not going to say that you ain't good athletes and you're not tough, because you are. Because it took us about a half hour to beat you up the last time we saw you in the ring. But let me tell you something. Every time we whooped you, you had a little old guy running from the outside. He's not so little. His name's Tom Burton, and he was the factor, brother. He was the big gun that came sneaking in from behind. Well, this week that ain't going to happen, because he's going to be handcuffed to the turnbuckle. I don't know where they're going to put it. I think it's around his feet. They're going to shackle him to the turnbuckle, and then they're going to put one hand on Tessa and one on the dirty white girl, and they're going to be handcuffed to you, brother. So you ain't going to go nowhere, and with them shackles around your feet, you're not going to be able to hit Tessa. So we're going to have to worry about that. But once we beat up them boys, it's a Texas death match, bunkhouse rules. That means we're all in the ring, all four at one time. And anything can happen there. But the bottom line that's going to happen is one of you is not going to answer the bell. And then when that happens, whoo, mercy, Miss Tessa, you're going to get to do what?
Dirty white girl, Tom Burton has always been the factor that has kept me from doing exactly what I wanted to do to you. But this week, when Dundee and Lawler beat the dirty white boys, let me tell you what I'm going to do. You are going to be shackled, and so is Tom Burton, and I'm going to rip every stitch of your clothing off like that should have happened a long, long time ago. And Tom Burton, you're not going to be able to do anything about it.
That's right, baby. So just let me tell you this, boys and girls. We're going to show everybody in that Coliseum, in that building, just exactly how much of a woman you are, girl.
Well, there they are from Texas.
Yeah, well, you see, now I think they pretty well explained most of those stipulations. The interesting thing is this. The last week, you had Tom Burton handcuffed to one turnbuckle in a neutral corner. You had the dirty white girl handcuffed to the corner of Eddie Gilbert and Dirty White Boy. And you had Tessa handcuffed in our corner. But this week, it's going to be one little interesting difference. This week, they're going to take, you ever seen those leg shackles that they put on people? It's sort of like handcuffs that go around their ankles and make sure they can't run very far or very fast. Well, what they're going to do, they're going to set Tom Burton down in one corner, and they're going to put a set of those shackles on his right ankle, and then they're going to run that chain past the ring post. Now, they're going to run it around the ring post, and then they're going to chain his left ankle. So all he's going to be able to do is sit quietly in that chair. He's not even going to be able to stand up, and he's not going to be able to move 1 inch. But then what makes it real interesting is they're going to take his right hand, and they're going to handcuff the dirty white girl to him. And then they're going to take his left hand, and they're going to handcuff Tessa to him. And what makes that real interesting is you're looking at two girls that really want to kill each other, and Tom Burton is going to be stuck right in the middle. So let me tell you something, pal. You've interfered for the last time, I can assure you of this. And then the match itself is going to take place, Dundee and myself against Eddie Gilbert and Tony Anthony. And as he said, it's a Texas Tornado death match. That means the falls don't count. You can pin somebody all night long, but they have to go. You have to keep on going until somebody is not able to answer the bell. And like Dundee said, it took a while last time. It may take a while this time, but we plan to keep this thing going. Yeah, hey, come on out here, boys. Come on out.
Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert and Tony Anthony.
We know Dandy's right back here somewhere. We're not falling out again, Lawler.
No, come on out, guys. Come on. Come on out. I'd like to invite you out here personally right now.
They don't believe Dundee and Tessa are in Texas, apparently.
Well, let me just say this. Oh, I see, because I got two bats, they happen to think that Bill Dundee is waiting in the back for him back there again, right?
Yeah, he is.
He is?
No, we ain't stupid.
Come on, guys. Come on out and see if he is. Well, let me just say this. The different stipulation is the fact that all four men are going to be in the ring at the same time. They're not going to stop the match. I don't care if somebody's bleeding from head to toe. I don't care if bones are broken. I don't care what happens. They don't stop this until somebody can't answer the bell. And Eddie Gilbert and Tony Anthony, when one of the two of you jerks are unable... Come on, come on. Well, when one of the two of you jerks are unable to answer the bell, then we unhandcuff Tessa. And I promise you, last week, the job didn't get done, but just like they said, Tony Anthony, You and the dirty white girl, she likes to strut her stuff, and she likes to try to tease everybody. Well, this week, I can promise you, I can assure you that everybody is going to get to see, like Dundee said, just what kind of girl the dirty white girl really is. We're going to see for ourselves, and so is everybody down there, because Tessa has assured us that she will, without a doubt, rip every stitch of clothes that she's got on off Monday night. So come on down there. Come on out here now, guys. Go ahead. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll go. You come on out.
All right, well, they're not coming out. They think Dundee is going to come out and Jerry's going to hand them the bat or something, and they don't want to deal with that, obviously. So Jerry says, I'm out of here, and we do have an interview scheduled with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Tony Anthony of the Dirty White Boys. There's the King posing for a picture on the way out for Sam Lowe.
I think Anthony and Gilbert are actually afraid of this situation.
Yeah, well, and you know,
well, they got
pretty good reason.
They got burned, literally.
With those baseball bats, that does kind of give the King an extra advantage. He's gone. Well, wait, there he's kind of back here. Lawler's still hanging around over close to the door. Now he heads back to the dressing area.
Paul, let's check under here and see if he's under here.
He's not here. He's in Texas, Eddie.
You sure? He could be standing right now. We have plenty of room. You know, there's a lot of things being said about Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and wrestling right now. Some good, some bad. All interesting. Hey, wait a minute. You over there, come here. I just saw this guy here taking pictures.
Leave him alone.
I just saw this guy taking pictures of Jerry Lawler. He took a picture of me and one of my fans the other week, didn't he, Dave? You come here. Sam, what's your name? Yeah, come on.
Sam Lowe. Come on, leave Sam alone. Sam, watch him now.
Come here, Sam. Oh, this is nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I was just noticing something there. Sam, what? Sam Lowe. Lowe. Sam Lowe. Take pictures, do you?
Yeah.
Every week, I see you at the matches. I see you here every Saturday. You were just taking some interesting pictures of Jerry Lawler over there, so I guess you have his face on that film right there, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Do you like Jerry Lawler or something? Is he one of your favorites or something, Sam Lowe? Do you play on his ball team or something, Sam Lowe?
Well, no, I'm not on the ball team or anything. Maybe. Well, we work together quite a bit.
You work together quite a bit. So I want to tell you something. Whenever you take pictures of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Tony Anthony, and Tom Burton, and the Dirty White Girl, we don't want our faces on the same roll of film with that ugly mutt, Jerry Lawler.
Come on.
You understand?
Hey,
no, you be quiet. You understand? Just a second, boy. This is Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert talking to you here. When you take pictures of me or Tony Anthony or Tom Burton, you leave Jerry Lawler's face out of it. As a matter of fact...
No, we're not going to do this.
Come on, Eddie.
It's my camera now.
No, it's
yes, it is. My camera now. No, my camera.
No.
My camera.
You ain't going to touch
What's wrong? You want your camera back or something? Oh, God. Tony, he wants his camera back. He won't get his camera back. Yeah, we'll get it. Look at Tony. No.
Hot coffee, Dave.
Anthony.
Good grief. How does he like his coffee? Hot. He likes his coffee hot. Little cream and sugar, baby. Well, it's time to get down to business, people. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert came back here 3 weeks ago, and everybody said, why is he back in the USWA? What is the problem? He gave up a six-figure salary. Shut up! Shut up! He gave up a six-figure salary to come back to the USWA, and what is he after? Well, I'm having a little problem here, people. It doesn't matter how much blood I draw out of Jerry Lawler's head or how much I humiliate Bill Dundee in front of his woman. Jerry Lawler, the reason why I'm back here today is for you to pass the torch to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, just like Jackie Fargo passed it to you, and I wish Jackie Fargo was here today. First, so I could punch him right in the mouth. Second, so he could tell you, Jerry Lawler, it's Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert's day. And everything I learned about brawling, I'm going to do this week in the Texas Tornado Death. Anything goes, Buckhouse rules. We're coming in the ring with anything, and then they're going to take Tom Burton, and they're going to handcuff each wrist to one of the girls that rings.
Eddie, I don't know if these two girls don't like each other, and I don't want to get involved, but this is going to happen.
Wasn't my idea at all. Wasn't my idea at all.
Tony, Tony, I always get something, my face gets hurt.
Look what you're going to be.
Huh?
Look there. Look there. Look. What camera? Don't worry about it.
Hey.
Don't worry about it, brother. All right? Just take a look right there.
The blonde bimbo.
It's the blonde bimbo getting in the way. Give her a head.
Can I get her head, bud?
Give her a head.
Come on, Tony. I don't know if I want to do
down here, huh? Come on, I want the camera on. Show me. Hey, director. Where's the director at? Okay, come here. Get a real close-up right here, baby. Come on, bring the camera in tight.
Get it over here.
I don't want on here. No, this one's on. Hey, come on. I said give me a close-up, and I mean now, of this picture right here. Come on, take a good look. Everybody take a good look at what a real woman is all about, baby. Could you imagine Tessa in something like this? Be kind of horrifying, wouldn't it? Okay, wait a minute. We're going to put that up because that's enough of that. Now, superstar Bill Dundee, you was out here running your mouth because you didn't have, on camera, you didn't have enough guts to show up today. And you too, Jerry the King Lawler, you come out with the ball bat. Well, that's fine and dandy, brother, because, what is it, a Texas death match?
Texas tornado rules and a bunkhouse match.
And a bunkhouse. That means, brother, wear whatever you want, bring whatever you want, because, baby, me and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, which has got a new camera now, is going to get mean and nasty, and we'll bust their stinking skulls, whether you like it or not. We're walking out the winners, and Tessa, you'll not touch one hair on the dirty white girl.
Well, there they go. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Tony Anthony, the dirty white boy, and Tom Burton. You've heard the stipulations, and they can come out here and they can throw coffee in the face of one of the photographers, but they're going to have a different situation when they step in there against Lawler and his partner, Bill Dundee, in the action that's coming up. We'll be back here in a moment. Kowabunga is going to be headed this way here in just a moment. I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle craze has spread worldwide here in the last few months. And
right over into the wrestling ring.
Indeed. Kowabunga is in here. And, you know, Ken Wayne coming this way, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion. This is a non-title match. Ken steps up on the ring apron, through the ropes and into the ring. Referee Jerry Calhoun is in the ring.
Ken Wayne's a fine wrestler in his own right, but Kowabunga has really surprised me. You know, when it first started, I didn't know that he was going to be this good of a wrestler, but my goodness, he's really good in the ring.
You know, I think that's an excellent point, and I think probably most of us felt that way. We thought, okay, hey, here's a guy in a turtle outfit, but probably can't wrestle. But, boy, has he proven that as advertised in the beginning, we had heard that he was an expert in the martial arts. He is. He's into karate and all of that, and he can really move in the ring. And he's greeting the fans right now, turns toward the ring, up on the apron, through the ropes, and we are just about set to go with a one-fall 10-minute time limit match. Kowabunga against Ken Wayne. And here we go.
This should be quite a match, Dave. And I'll tell you, Kowabunga, he may look green on TV, but when it comes to his wrestling skills, this young man, whoever's under that hood, who's ever in that costume, can really wrestle.
Handshake. Mutual respect there between Ken Wayne, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Kowabunga. Kowabunga drops into one of those, oh, is that judo or karate? I must admit I'm not skilled enough to be able to tell which that is. I don't think it matters, maybe. I think the fact that he is skilled in that is what's the important part. Ken Wayne trying to come in at him, but there's some of the quickness right there. See him move back?
He is very, very quick in the ring. And a little bit later on the wrestling program today, Dave, I understand Kowabunga is going to give us a special karate demonstration. And I'm looking forward to seeing that because from what I've seen in the ring, it looks like the man is well mastered in the martial arts.
Should be interesting. Following the match, we'll try to get him over here for that demonstration. Nightmare Ken Wayne. Not too anxious to get too close to Kowabunga.
Oh, nice move by Wayne.
That was a very good move by Ken Wayne. Excellent move.
Ken's a good wrestler in his own right. Of course, he wouldn't be the USWA's World Junior Heavyweight Champion, would he not be? And these two, you got two of the best wrestlers as the sport goes right here in the ring right now, here today on television.
Good move by Kowabunga there. Wayne had a good move, and Kowabunga proves that he can move in there, too. Put his opponent on the mat. Ken Wayne looked to me like he was using a fist, Michael.
I think he may have. He looked like he was going to throw that forearm, but at the last minute he changed his mind, I believe.
Small package by Kowabunga. Look at him rolling around the ring. Can either of them hold the shoulders of the other down for a count of 3? Ken Wayne shoulders down 3. He got it. He got it. Nice move by Kowabunga. That was one of those situations where either wrestler, if he could have gained a momentary advantage for a 3 count, would be the winner of the match. And Kowabunga got the 3 count on Ken Wayne.
I think Kowabunga just ended up hooking that other leg, and that kept Ken from the mobility of rolling in the ring, and he just wrapped it. Look at that. I like to see that.
I like to see that, too. There's a handshake after the match. Kowabunga comes up with a victory. The time on it, 2 minutes. 2 minutes even as Kowabunga gets the victory. And I don't know exactly what he has in mind.
Yeah, 3.
He is over here.
Awesome.
Let me get some of this here. I don't know what you have in mind, but I understand you got a little bit.
Wait a minute. I know this is your interview time. I want to tell everybody, not only you, but all the people. A few weeks ago, I come out here, and I thought you were just another goof dressed up in a turtle suit. Well, you know, I didn't think too much about you, but I've seen you wrestle, and I've wrestled you. I'll be the first one to stick my hand out and say, brother, you're real good.
All right. Oh, totally radical, awesome wrestling. Ken Wayne, dude. All right, nightmare. Let's break some boards, dude.
Okay, congratulations on the victory there. You really excited the fans. Now, I don't know, we got a couple of, what is that, gallon cans of paint here. And, all right.
All right.
Oh, I see. And now some boards here.
Oh, dude.
I tell you what, you smacked that with that side of that hand, and it popped. All right, here's one right here. All right, let's watch what happens here. Kowabunga. Ooh. All right. Want to break another one?
Hand went right through that board, Dave.
All right. Hey, wait a minute now. Jeff Gaylord and Scott Braddock, the Wild Things in downtown Bruno. Look, we're out here with a demonstration. You guys keep just...
Tell you something. Get up, you idiot. Hey, who are you trying to impress?
Hold up, dude.
These little boards, they can't fight back. Let me tell you something. If you want to impress somebody, this is impressive. That's impressive. And as a matter of fact, when you get in the ring with me, brother, I'm going to hit you with so many lefts, you're going to be begging for a right. I want to show you something. Hey, Scott, help me out. Hold him.
Hey, come on. Bruno, for heaven's sake.
Who's this guy trying to impress out here?
What, coming out here 3 against 1. You over here and Gaylord and Scott Braddock breaking boards over Kowabunga's head, and Bruno over with a boot kicking on him. Can we get him some help out here, please? Goodness, I tell you what. Here comes Ken Wayne out to help. Ken Wayne with a wooden stool there.
We better get some help over here, Dave.
Ken, thank you for coming out and helping out. Now, let's watch them. Let's get those guys out of here. Jeff Gaylord, oh boy, the Wild Things. Gaylord, Braddock, and downtown Bruno. All right, yeah, let's help him out of here. We'll take a break. We'll return.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling, Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum. 3 great main events, including a Texas death match with bunkhouse rules, all 4 men in the ring. Jerry the King Lawler and superstar Bill Dundee with Tessa take on Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, with the Dirty White Girl in their corner. Tessa and the White Girl both handcuffed to Tom Burton. Opening action, Wild Thing Scott Braddock takes on the Galaxian. You'll see the USWA tag title, Southern Rocker Rex King and Hotshot Joey Mag take on Don Harrison, Primetime Brian Lee. The $5,000 challenge match. Kowabunga, the Karate Turtle, meets the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord with downtown Bruno. The USWA Southern Heavyweight title on the line, Jeff Jarrett against Hollywood John Tatum. And then that big Texas death match main event, Lawler and Dundee with Tessa against Gilbert and Anthony with Dirty White Girl. Tessa and White Girl both handcuffed to Tom Burton, Wednesday night in Evansville. And don't miss US. the USWA in your hometown. It's America's #1 fundraiser, USWA Wrestling. The stars, the action, the excitement, USWA Wrestling. For more information on how you can raise money for your organization, write the USWA, Post Office Box 1783, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37077, or call 615-824-8523. USWA Wrestling, America's #1 fundraiser.
Let me tell you something, brother. Give me that microphone. Come on out here. You know what? What kind of a man comes out and attacks the Wild Things in downtown Bruno? A yellow-bellied coward. A yellow-bellied coward, that's right. 4 on 2, 4 on 2. Now I'm a manager. I'm not even a wrestler. And they're both going to hit me, and they're going to hit the Wild Things from behind. I don't like it one single bit. If you're any kind of man, you're any kind of wrestlers, come out in our faces. The Wild Things don't back from any challenge, anytime, any day, twice on Sunday. If you want some of the Wild Things, you come on and get the Wild Things in our faces. Sign it up. Don't jump us from behind, Dave. What, Dave? What?
You've had your say. The match is signed. The match is going to be coming up. We're out of time. You can stand here, rant, and rave all day. Michael St. John, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.